CTV family. Catch us live on your TV screens.
Well, I must say the atmosphere is very tight and dry here. So many people have different views. Remember, you can have your view on Twitter at Ekse_live, on Facebook by Ekse Live, hashtag Talk Thursdays, hashtag Ekse Live, as we are talking about male circumcision. Why is it so important? And why are many men shying away from talking about this topic on public platforms such as TV or train or a basin or a taxi?
Definitely, and you guys have been watching the show, that a lot of the focus has been with Ugulalugo, but the male circumcision doesn't only happen up in South Africa. In other countries have been finding challenges as far as getting assistance concerning the male circumcisions in clinics, especially the homosexual community. Let's take a look at what SHARP, an organization that's been sharp, see what I did there, in doing their work as far as making sure that men are safe. Take a look at what they do.
It's difficult to begin Kenya because it's considered an African.
Politicians have taken on themselves to turn LGBT or MSM issues as a weapon for them to advance their policies.
Anyone can come and assault you, and no one can be held accountable for.
Someone also tells you of another scenario. Like, there's a time I went to the hospital and the doctor or nurse refused to treat me. I think because I was dressed in a certain way.
The laws, the religions, and the cultural practices are all against same-sex relationships. When the anti-homosexuality bill was signed into law, it was very difficult for us because we had to stop working. But we had the best case scenario and the worst case scenario. Like, we partnered with other organizations and we worked behind under their names. So service delivery continued under a different name, but it was actually us working.
Our relationship with police has changed from the negative perception they used to have about gay men to the positive perception now that we can interact easily and freely without being afraid of arrest. And also they can provide us with the security during our moonlight activities and talk about gay issues without any fear.
One of the key components of SHARP has been REACT, which is Rights Evidence Action, a tool that was developed by Alliance to document human rights violations, but also to look at how to provide better HIV/AIDS programming.
Through the SHARP project, we have been able to train 80 doctors. We have been conducting sensitization and training to healthcare workers in public facilities.
The greatest achievement of the SHARP project was support to the clinic, which is the wellness center that offers comprehensive services to MSM. From the nurse to the receptionist, they are all gay men, qualified people to work in that space.
SHARP will also leave a good legacy when it comes to service delivery.
Before SHARP, we were just working within Kisumu. The reach was so limited. But when SHARP came, we could reach Kakamega, we could reach Bungoma, we could reach Busia County.
We almost went tenfold in the number of people we are reaching.
Through social media, we have been able to link MSM to party groups in their area. MSM do not necessarily need to come to girls, but they can even be reached in the comfort of their own homes or in the comfort of their own spaces.
One of the objectives of SHARP was to mainstream men who have sex with men service delivery. So advocacy was important for us to get the policymakers to adjust the policies.
We have been able to have key population representative in Kenya Coordinating Mechanism for Global Fund, and they are able to influence resources allocation for MSMs
previously the government will take us as probably an opposition, a threat, but now we can sit together on the table and do programming around HIV for our community.
Because of SHARP, I have developed as a human being in my advocacy skills and my service delivery skills. And as an organization, Icebreakers has developed in financial management systems and in monitoring and evaluation systems. What makes me proud about SHARP is that we did what everyone thought was impossible.
I cannot even express what SHARP has done.
I think SHARP has been an elixir of hope to the MSM community.
We have been really empowered as an organization, as a community, and we can now advocate for our own issues.
We are key players. We are not just beneficiaries, but we are also partners with skills.
Well, I must say, Awonga, it is of importance to have organizations such as SHARP, who are literally fighting for basic human rights, because getting circumcised in the 21st century is a human right, guys. So organizations such as SHARP are out there integrating and, of course, changing the game and making sure that each and every man, whether you're gay or not, you still have the opportunity to choose whether you want to get circumcised or not, without going to the clinic and being discriminated because of your because of the fact that you are gay.
Definitely, I'm also impressed by the work that they do. So shout out to you, SHARP, and I hope one day maybe we can get you guys here in the studio so we can give a bigger platform so people can reach out and maybe donate.
And also, man, we have a problem of resources across the African continent, you know, where some clinics and hospitals are not fully equipped and don't have the resources to actually deal with male circumcision. Because you can show up at any clinic in South Africa right now and say, not each and every clinic in South Africa, I want to say, actually has the equipment and resource to do it. So we also, the information needs to go out there in terms of which clinics can you attend and what do you say when you get to the clinic to say, I want to do this procedure. We're still joined by Obutababin in studio, Ulihle, and of course Usikelela, who are forming this part of conversation, and also you can become part of the conversation as well, Pagu social media, Twitter, and of course on Facebook. We are still talking about this, and it's getting deeper and deeper, and of course deeper. Even with people going to a clinic to get circumcised, there are challenges. They are discriminatory. How do we go about eliminating as challenges and of course discrimination that especially that will face when they go circumcision? And we're gonna come to the traditional way of doing things, how gay men incorporated in it as well.
Okay, on my other side of the thing, we need to respect each other first.
Definitely.
And it your decision it's his own decisions, and also respect her in a way of nazo ezinye cultures zetu, as much as this is a Western culture, but also the Western culture must respect our indigenous cultures, because as much as ungumSuthu, ungumTswana, ungumPedi, I can name them, but do your own culture. So I do my own culture. I know where do I belong, because it's more like in Zatu umntana xa ndimkhulisa umntana momncinci and then ndingambonisa roots zakhe, it's like lo mthi lowo is not akamiliselanga ingcambu zakhe phi emhlabeni. So into enjalo ke leyo mhlekazi, into yokubana xa ndizawuthi umntanam ndiyomsa ku-Western culture andimiliseli ingcambu zakhe phi emhlabeni wakhe.
Now la clips andiyibukela focuses more on gay men when it comes to saying that they have spaces and clinics, have created safe space and clinics for gay men where they can go and also receive male circumcision. When it comes to a traditional way, because every time we talk about circumcision, we're talking about heterosexual men with a straight man. We don't really talk and include gay men in these topics. When it comes to a traditional way, what are some of the precautions that you have that umntana okay feels comfortable going to the mountain apho ayokwaluka khona?
Yeah. Because a lot of the times, just to add on that, basiwa phana befuna utshintsho, which is then bafike bacinezele kakhulu bona then umuntu straight.
Yeah, masiqale apha sithi even the gays are human being. So there's no difference between a straight man and the gay when it comes to circumcision, when it comes to initiation. Tina on our side that the gay are coming in Dabin okanye ehlathini. We don't treat them different from other boys. We circumcise them like any other person, and even in terms of the treatment. Right now, we are lucky that isiko lingenelelwe. Kuhulumente, there are organizations which are also involved. As I'm saying, Somakwaza Institute is part of the organization. There is Ikamva Lesizwe, which you will find in Eastern Cape, which is part. The Department of Health and COGTA, they are part to ensure that the process of initiation is running smooth and abantwana abahlukunyezwa ehlathini, including aba bazigay. Zezo into esiziqinisekisayo. Right now, we are taking the carers, amakhankatha, through trainings, different trainings to ensure that izinto zenziwa ngendlela. I agree to say that right now, sikwenye is-century. The things are not as the same as elabo xesha labo tatomkhulu bethu. So there is a change even right now. Wonke umuntu kufanele kuba aye, even the gays, even those who are not going traditional, baya medical. They should feel comfortable to go to medical because it's about their health. It's about to protect them from the sexual transmission disease, which include HIV and AIDS.
Which means, when we come back, I want to talk about the readiness of a young boy wanting to take a decision to circumcise. Because they are, when we come back after the ad break, we're going to discuss more about the readiness of a young boy and what precautions you have to take. You guys hit us up on our social media platforms. In the meantime, let us know what it is that you think.
CTV family,